Africa got everything.
Yeah.
All these minerals and resources.
Oil and gas.
Oh my, isn't that how Elon got rich too?
Yeah.
Off of stealing from Africa. So I'm like, wow, they're stealing everything. Our cell phones work because of Africa. This worked because of Africa. And they've been shitting on this continent, which is the second largest, which on the map they make look small. The Mercator projection, they make it look real tiny, and it can fit
massive.
and it can fit almost all of these other continents.
Right.
And Europe is really not a continent, it's like a peninsula, but it really is. Technically, it really is. So, and Africa, I'm like, wow, all of these resources and the beach. I mean, have you seen the footage of Ghana and all? They've been lying.
Amazing.
But everybody that's not African is over there hanging out, taking shit, and keeping us out of there.
Right.
And then to top it off, they've bordered Africa where you can't even go to a neighboring country. But in Europe, you could take the train to Italy, like I've done.
Right.
But in Africa, they boarded it up. The Europeans came and boarded shit up so Africans can't reach other Africans. This guy named Ajwa Kwesi, I'll never forget him, taught us about and I had Egyptology at the university, and I'm learning real shit from this guy. He was teaching us the real shit.
Yeah.
And so when I went to class, I was a problem for my professor. He was like, so in Egypt, I said, that's not the truth. I said, this is what happened. I said, the actual Nubians are the original Egyptians, except you guys were invaded from there's Saudi Arabia. The Arabs came in, Greeks came in. It was a lot of, and he was like, oh, well, we can't. I go, you're lying though. Yeah. You're lying about Egypt.
He kicked you out of class.
He hated me. I just had every right to say, but that's not the truth.
Right.
Africa is not the Middle East. It's North Africa.
Right.
There's Middle East is just, there's really no Middle East. Where's the Middle South? Where's the Middle North? Because if you look at Israel and all that, it's still connected to the landmass of Africa. Look at it. Mm-hmm. There's a point you can stand there, and it's still Africa. Of course, you had the continental drift,
right? But
it's still Africa. It's just a way to divide because you don't have anything to do with Africa. But all this accomplishment in Egypt, you want to claim it.
Right.
Because black people couldn't have possibly done that. And then my friends that say, oh, we did it. Like, I say, but you're not the right complexion to say you did it in that heat. You couldn't have handled that.
Right.
How?
Yeah, you would have had sunburn.
You would have been skin cancer. You couldn't have. And then they say aliens built the pyramids. Now we're aliens now.
Voice of Africa by Africans.